Hey LearnDash fans, Dave here from LDX Design, and in this video I'm going to show you how to add menu items to the drop-down menu in LearnDash Focus Mode. So that's this menu that shows up when we hover over the name and avatar up here in the top corner. By default it has Course Home and Logout, but you can add additional links in between these two by going into the WordPress menus area, and that's what I'm going to show you here today. First, just as a quick refresher, you do need to have focus mode enabled in order for you to use focus mode and to be able to have access to that menu up there. So if you don't have it enabled, you can come to LearnDash LMS and Settings, and then on the General tab, just scroll down a little bit and you'll see focus mode, and just make sure that this is enabled. And as long as you've done that, your site should be using LearnDash focus mode, and we can move on and I'll show you how to create that menu. So there's two key points in order to make this work. The first is we need to create a menu that we want to use, and then the second is we need to apply that menu to that specific drop-down area in focus mode. Now I already have a menu that I've created that I'm going to use. It's called Main Nav. It's a bad name for it. I would recommend naming yours something that makes a lot more sense in terms of, this is the focus mode drop-down, or these are some quick links or account links or something like that. It's really up to you in terms of what links you want to add. I think having maybe a My Account link or a profile link would be a good idea. You do need to create those pages separately on your own, as LearnDash doesn't create any of those for you. But for instance, if you're using WooCommerce, you should already have a WooCommerce My Account section. You might want people to be able to get back to that pretty quickly from focus mode. So that would be a good option there. But it's really up to you in terms of what links you want to put up there. There's no limit to how many you put, but I would try to limit it to no more than like 3 or 4. Otherwise, this drop-down menu is going to get pretty lengthy and just be a little cluttered. So I would try to probably limit it to 4, maybe 5, but any more than that, and you're just going to have a little bit of a mess up there. So just be careful with how many you add. After all, it is called focus mode, so the idea is to really have the user focused on learning and not looking for other menu items to go to different places. So as I was saying, I have a menu already created that I'm going to use called Main Nav, and I have 2 different menu items, All Courses and My Account, that I've added here. If you don't have a menu created yet that you want to use for that specific area, then you can click this link right here to create a new menu. Then over on the left-hand side, you should have a bunch of options for different menu items that you can add. If you're missing some of these and you wanted to add a specific page and you didn't have this pages thing here, you can come up to screen options and just make sure that the post type of what you're trying to add is checked here. So make sure that pages is checked, and that's what enables this here on the left hand side. So we can open up this pages area and you'll have your most recent pages that you've created here listed. You can also click view all, or you can click on search and start typing something in. This is how I found my account page, by typing in the word account. And there you'll see those come up there. So however you need to find those pages, go ahead and find them. And then when you want to add them to your menu, you simply check that box and click Add to Menu. So that puts them over here on the right-hand side. You can click, hold, and drag to change them and move the order around. And once you've got them in the right order, now the final step is going to be adding this to that LearnDash Focus Mode drop-down area. So down here you'll see Display Location. These are locations that are added by either your theme or other plugins, and it's a place where you can insert a menu into. So when you use the LearnDash plugin, they've created a specific display location called LearnDash Focus Mode Dropdown. It's exactly what it is. So all we need to do is we're going to say for this menu, we want to check this box and use it in this display location for the Focus Mode Dropdown. Once we've got that, we just click Save Menu. And then I'll jump back over to the front end of the site and let's see how it works. So here I am on the front end of the site again in focus mode, and we still just have Course Home and Logout. I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page, and we should see those 2 new menu items get added in between Course Home and Logout. So let's take a look. And there we go. So Course Home is at the top, and then we've got the 2 menu items that we added, and then a Logout link at the bottom. Now, there is a way to remove the Course Home and the Logout links. You can use a little bit of CSS in order to remove those if you wanted to. There's also a way to do it with a more technical customizing of the template files, but that's a little bit more technical and really not needed. I do cover that in a LearnDash course that I have on LearnDash CSS, which I'll put a link to on this video and down in the description. You could check that out if you want to learn some cool CSS tricks and tips. It'll teach you a little bit about the basics of CSS and then also give you a lot of snippets and actual pieces of code that you can use to customize your specific LearnDash site. So I'll put a link on that in the video and down in the description. If you guys have any questions or you need any help with this, just leave a comment below and I will try to help you out as best I can.